How to make KDP images, book cover images basically, with AI in 5 minutes using ChatGPT Images 2.0. It's actually less than 5 minutes, and it's not just the book covers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through a process that I use to create great prompts that will actually put together these book packages. Now, as I say, it's not just the covers, because the frustration I have as a ghostwriter is helping my clients get their images right. So it's not just the covers, it's the book covers, it's their bios, it's their promo images, it's their Pinterest pins. You can see what we've got here, the book mockups, the A+ content, the social media posts, the ad creatives, the series branding, and the reader magnet graphics, author brand visuals, things like that. It's the whole 9 yards basically. And as I say, what typically happened is, me as a ghostwriter, I'm doing the writing, and when it comes to getting the images done, I'll either try something myself using Canva and a mix of AI and get it wrong and produce something that looks pretty crap. And I'm going to show you an example of that in a moment. So what I used to do is outsource the creation of the KD book covers to people on Fiverr, Upwork, and also my graphic designer friends who I have on Facebook, people I've used over many years, since I've been marketing online since 1999. So I've built a good network of people. However, for speed, what we want to do is, when I write a book, I want to give some concepts to my ghostwriting clients. That way they can see my thought process. They can see this full graphic package that I put together for them. And what they typically do is it helps me basically get retainers from these clients, from my ghostwriting clients. So I've written quite a number of books now. I'm not going to give you the full number. And also, I'm not going to share my clients' books with you. It'd be unfair on them, because I'm shooting this video live. Well, for me, it's live. It depends when you're watching this. And I don't want them to give away, without their permission, give away what their book titles are and what the process is. And also, some of these writers actually use their real names on the books that we have, and they sell very, very well. So let's look at what I used to do. And I'm embarrassed about this, but anyway, I'll show you. So this book here is a book called Roma Architecture Viva. It's an architect's left, blah, 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 let you read it. And basically, Carlo Ventrali isn't a real person. It's a mix of architects that my client spoke to and got their understanding about how Rome operated. And it's not a bad book. It's about 86 pages, I think it is. And it's quite an interesting book about how these architects started off as trainees, apprentices, etc., and how they see Rome itself as it's been building over the generations. So it's quite an interesting book. It's based on Carlo Ventrali, which is basically all these architects put into one persona as such. And the bulk of this was actually written in AI. I know that because I wrote it. And this is for one of my ghostwriting clients. But I can share that with you. You can go and grab it on Amazon Kindle for free. You can see, here I am here, Phil Henderson. All my other books that I ghostwrite are basically in my clients' names. So that's how they do it. Or they use pen names, obviously. So what I did, and what I'm about to share with you, and how I used to do this, is I would go to Amazon bestsellers. So these are the bestsellers here. And I'd look at the niche, what my client's operating in. And I'll download these images. Now, we're not going to steal these images. What we're going to do is we're going to use these for conceptualizing. So if you knew what the niche was, you can see where the different niches are. You've got the subgenres here. If you know the niche, what you do is you go and look at that niche, research that niche for your ghostwriting client, look at the titles that they have, look at the thumbnails. These are basically thumbnails. So anything you're creating for the KDB cover, it needs to capture the eye when people are scrolling through here. You can see some different niches as well. And you can see these ones in cozy fantasy, which is where we're doing a lot of work just now. And again, there's a link below this video, and it links to a 5-series step-by-step series, which shows you how to create these images using AI. And it's not just using the software I'm about to share with you. The software I'm sharing with you is basically just a prompt generator, but it does fantastically well, as you're about to find out. So you can see, if you're going to enter any niche, you want your book cover to stand out. So as I say, I used to do the research. I go away, I capture the information for the client. I get the client's brief, basically, like any good ghostwriter would. I'd ask them how they want the book written, who's going to be the main protagonist of the book, etc. And I'll basically write out a story bible, all that good stuff as well. I'll show them how to do that. Now, on the cozy fantasy side I've mentioned, if you look at my channel somewhere around here, I don't know how YouTube works, have a look around here and you'll find a step-by-step video series. Again, it's 5 parts on how to write a cozy fantasy book over a weekend, in 1 weekend, using Claude AI. It's step by step again behind the scenes. But anyway, let's get back to these images. You can see the sort of styles, the sort of ideas that they have from here. So what you do, you come in and do your research, you look at the niches, etc. You put together a bit of a high level, or you can use the bit of a high level overview, put it into ChatGPT, put it into Perplexity, which is my favorite for this, or use Claude, and basically get them to look at all the images and come up with the concepts of what a good image should look like. So I'm not going to do that for just now, but what I have got for you, and I'm going to separate this out because currently people who invest in either the cozy fantasy book writing, or people who write, basically, this is actually for people who invest in the ChatGPT Images 2.0, which I'm about to share with you. This software, which is dirt cheap at $17. I'm going to share you that in a moment. They got this as a bonus package. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to split out this one here. So this is going to show you how to create these images step by step. So you can see all the prompts. I basically created those 30 images, and it took me less than 15 minutes to create these 30 images. Now, I also created a brand pack for a local business, just as a fiction one, and I've now managed to pick up a roofing client because I shared what I did with them. So that's pretty cool. So again, this is step by step. It walks you through exactly how to create these images. So I'm going to give you that. If you have any details below, I'll send it out in an email. So I'll give us a day or two. It'll come out in an email. But I'm also going to give you this as well. Now, this is literally for Cozy Fantasy because that's some of the people who are on my list, my subscribers. This is what they're interested in. So you can see some of the imagery there that we've created using these prompts. And what I've done in here is I've actually broke down all the different prompts, etc., and why these prompts work. And as you scroll further down right to the bottom, I'll give you an examples of how to do these prompts. Now, what you can do is you can basically take those ideas and basically edit them and enhance them for your niche. You can play about with them. It's just free out. I'm not going to charge for this. So you can have both of these free, but give me a day or two to package them up, and I'll put them into a downloadable folder, basically a Google Drive folder, and I'll email them out to you, and you get access to these two here, absolutely free. Just put your details below. So what you'll see is when you put your details below, you'll come to this video here, or this page. This is a YouTube video. Again, you can watch the YouTube video on the channel somewhere around here. But just enter your email, and I'm going to send across these two additional guides, step-by-step guides. It'll show you how to do this the manual way. It'll show you how to do it without having to use any software. But for $17, which is what it is just now, and I think it's going to be $17 for the next 3 or 4 days, then it makes sense to look at this software. So what I did is I basically came across, this is my friend's software, Danielle, and he's basically got this Visuals Domination, ChatGPT Visuals Domination 2.0. It's 2.0 because he released this version previously, and it sold 850 copies, and it had less than 0.5% in refunds. Basically, people didn't refund it. People kept it because it works fantastically well, and it's only $17, as you're about to find out. Now, what I did is, I'm going to show you this. First of all, you've got all these different options. You've got your social media content, you've got your posts, your ads, your YouTube thumbnails, you've got your Pinterest pins. This is fantastic for self-publishing authors. You also got Instagram carousel slides, blah, blah, blah. And you can see down here, you've got category and product mockups, which we're in now. I'm going to show you exactly what I did. Lead magnet covers, podcast cover art, and then you've got creative art like wall arts and printables, digital portraits and avatars, cartoon character design, and it goes down from there, as you can see. Phone and desktop wallpapers. Then you've got labels and stickers, seamless patterns, and then again, mood boards, vision boards, mind maps, etc., etc. So absolutely fantastic. We're going to stick with where we are just now. And what you can see is I basically took that book title, which is Roma, Architecture Viewer, An Architect's Life Among Scaffolds, and I came across to here. I entered the book title in full. I said this is what the genre was. Now again, if you put your genre of your niche, you'll know this better than me. I'm just going to show you this for an example. Who the author was, or who the author is. In this case, it's for my ghostwriting client, and he uses a pen name Carlo Ventrali for this. And then here you got the styling mood. And all I did for the styling mood is I just copied this here. Copied all that. Again, you would take a little bit more time with this. And then once I did that, I clicked on Generate Prompt. And it literally takes 5 minutes. I'll show you in just a moment. And this prompt popped out. So it saved me having to do all that hard work I'd done previously to get this images. Now, here's a top tip for you. What I would do, I would go into your niche, find the top 10 books, look at the top 10 book covers, download them, take this prompt, and then go across to ChatGPT. And as you do that, upload this prompt and upload them 5 or 10 images as well. So ChatGPT has a reference point to look at what the best-selling covers look like. Now again, you're not going to steal the copies. You're going to use the covers. You're not going to steal those. You're going to use them for inspiration, or rather, you're going to get ChatGPT to use them for inspiration. And that's all you need to say. Please find this prompt, and below that you'll find. I'm going to upload 5 or 10 images. Please use them for inspiration only, and come up with an eye-catching, scroll-stopping, best-selling KDP book cover, and that's exactly what you're going to get. Now, again, that's me just saying it off the top of my head. What you can do is when you put your details below, click below, click a link, go across this one. You'll get 5 more videos, step-by-step videos, which show you how to do exactly this. But you're also going to get these two freebies as well. I'm going to put these in as well, which will show you exactly how to do this. So although I've just said it there, you can pause the video, you can try and subscribe, work out what I'm saying, because obviously I've got a bit of a strong accent. But what you can do is just grab these, put your email in a couple of days' time, you're going to get these on your inbox. So anyway, we got the prompt, copied the clipboard, one click, you can see it's copied. And I went across to ChatGPT, and you can see here, I started off with images 2.0, create 3 dashes, which is what I always do. And it's just me prompting ChatGPT to use images 2.0. It tends to do it itself anyway, but I just let you give that extra prompt. And then as you can see, that exact prompt in there is what came from here. Exactly the same prompt. And then I clicked enter, and this is what it came back with. It came back with a book cover like that, which is certainly going to stop people in their tracks compared to this garbage here. I didn't give it the colours. It got its own colours, but realistically, this isn't very good, is it, compared to this here? So that's one way of doing it. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to say, right, okay, we've got the prompt. So I'm actually going to copy this, and I'm going to show you why. So let's say we're going to create a Pinterest pin. In fact, let's tell you what, let's do this. Let's try this. Let's just download that, save image. And I'm going to put it in my images, which it is, in pictures. I'm just going to call this Carlo KDP. I'll just call it that, Carlo KDP, just so I can find it. And by the way, these images you see here, they're all created using this software as well. So again, it's a prompt generation tool. That's what it is. It's see if you have to struggle to write prompts, you just put in a few things that you're looking to get it to create, and away it'll go and do it for you. So let's do that Pinterest pin. So topic niche. I'm just going to put in here. I'm just going to paste in what it is. Specific pin text. Optional. I'm going to put that in there. For that, I'm just going to put that same prompt in there. For that, I'm just going to put the same prompt in there. Generate my prompt. Boom. There you go. So now I'm going to come across to this same chat. So I'm going to go images 2.0, create image, and use uploaded image as a reference. It's crazy being a ghostwriter, I can't even spell, but don't worry, that's why we use AI. Paste that in there. I'm going to go across, add the file, add the photo, come into pictures, make sure we're in pictures, and there's my scroll bar here, Carlo KDP, click open. Taking this time. I'm actually in the same cottage. If you watch my other videos, I'm back down working in Uttoxeter down in England. I've travelled down today from Scotland, 4-hour drive. So I've actually got a different view for you this time, because normally I point that way out the window, but this is much more comfortable because I know I've got my laptop up on the stand and everything. So anyway, enough of the rambling. So what we're going to do now, remember we've done the book cover. Now we're going to do a Kindle pin, or Pinterest pin rather. So getting back to this, where that's generating that, in here, everything you need is as an author. So for myself, when I'm putting a pack together, I'm going to get the book cover. We can take it off. I can do the promo graphics now. I can do book mockups. I can do the air content. And now what we're going to do a Pinterest pin, just to give you an example of how this works. And when you enter your email below, then we're going to walk you through different aspects of all these different tools that you can use. These different prompts you can use for your own books. So as I say, it's $17. For me, it was a no-brainer, and it meant I didn't have to keep going across to Fiverr, waiting a day or two to get the designs back from those designers, or Upwork, waiting even longer from Upwork, or pestering my friends. It meant I could ideate a book cover for my client, for my ghostwriting client, copy down the bestsellers, looked up what the bestsellers were in their niche, use them as inspiration, like I've just showed you how to do just now, and then send it across to the client. And the clients actually love this extra service. I do this for free. I give them some idea, because it literally takes me 15 minutes to put together that full pack. So this full pack here of everything here just takes me 15 minutes to do. Typically, I'll just do the book cover, I'll do the Pinterest pin, I'll do the social media posts, I'll do the ad creatives as well in case they want to advertise, because I do sometimes run their Facebook ads as well for them. And then, as I say, everything else, it tends to be what they want to do. So promo graphics is the key thing, Pinterest pins, the book covers, obviously. That's what I typically do. Anyway, let's see if we've got that image yet. There you go. We've now got a Pinterest image. Look at that. Look at that. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Now, let me just do something for you when we've got, we're 15 minutes. Let me take 5 more minutes of time. So do apologize, but let me take 5 minutes of time. Let's look at this one. Well, we know Cozy sells really well. So, as I say, I've got another video in here about Cozy. So let's just look at the Cozy ones. Cozy Fantasy Fiction Kindle Store. So I'm going to take that. And this is where I'm going to do something a bit different. I'm going to ask this to create its own book cover. So let's just do book covers. Book title. Freestyle. And make something up for this niche. I'm just going to do random, watch this. Generic topic, I'm going to do that. Subtitle author, again, I'm just going to copy that. Freestyle and make something up for that niche. Just copy that. So I'm going to try and break the software here for you. In here, I'm just going to say, and comes there, and then I'm going to do the same here, make something. Okay, so that's going to generate a prompt, which it's done. I'm going to copy that to the keyboard. I'm going to come across here. Let's take that one. Let's save image. And now we're going to put this as Cozy KDP demo. Let's just save it as that. Okay, so we've got our, basically we've got that copied. So let's just come back to here. Let's close that. I love copy and paste, so I'm just going to do the same. I'm going to upload image as reference. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to post that there. I'm going to upload our image. Now I don't know if this is going to work or not, so this is going to be interesting. Cozy, where's Cozy? There it is. Take that. Again, I would do 5 or 10 of these. Typically 5. Typically I do 5, not 10, but I'll do 5 or 10 just to give the AI a good understanding of what you're looking to achieve. And then put the prompt in there and click that there. So again, getting back to this, remember what we want to do is we want to get our books to stand out in that niche. So have a look at the niches that we've got here. You can see some of the books that's in there. Now, why is it not letting me go there? There it is. So you can see some of the ones that we've got. These are pretty nice, aren't they? These are the ones that I like. In fact, I've got a book cover I just did for that the other day. And let me just show you my Facebook page where that is generating. I'll show you the book cover that this software generated the other day for me. Facebook Phil Henderson. Come on. This is where I'm sitting, by the way. This is my desk just now with a pint of beer, which was left here for me by the Airbnb hostess. Scroll down. Come on. In fact, let's go. Photographs, be easier. Come on, Phil. You know Facebook works. Friends. See all photos. We'll just scroll down. Look at this. Look at that. That was created using that same software, well, the same prompt generator I'm just sharing with you. And that looks just like one of these, doesn't it? Look at that. Amazing. Anyway, fingers crossed, we now have our book cover. There you go. Freestyle. So obviously it didn't make it up, just went freestyle and make something up for this niche. But what I can do is I can go back and say, okay, I edit this. So I'm going to edit that. Okay, you make up a great book title based on proven bestsellers in this cozy fantasy niche. I like showing you how my mind works, because sometimes you might get a little bit of an extra aha from this, but those documents will walk you through this step by step anyway, so don't worry about that. And also come up with a great pen name that will resonate, resonate with readers. ICP, ideal customer profile in this niche. I'm going to let that go again. Again, I don't edit these videos. I've stopped editing them completely. What I want to do is I just want to show you everything, how I do things step by step. Now again, if you enter your details, you're going to get access to these additional ones, which I'll send out in a couple of days via email. And this walks you through everything. Shows you how to do all the different structures. This one here also shows you how to create viral images, basically. So biology diagrams for students. We've got those ones where we can turn people into cartoons. We've got these ones where we put product things. We've got seasonal posters and things like that as well. Seasonal poster was fantastic from just using that tool again. Let's show you this one quickly. Again, all these images you see here are all done using that guide. But look at this. Imagine that in a poster. If you're selling physical products, e-com products, things like that, print-on-demand products, look what it created with a very simple prompt. And that actual prompt, that whole prompt, is not there. It is within this first one here. This one's more about your book covers and your promotional products, but this one here covers other stuff as well. Viral video, viral image stuff. Right, let's have a look. Over there, Nelly. So something like the Spell Shop or the Honey Witch could resonate well. So that's what it's going to come up with. Let's just give it a refresh, give it a bit of a, oh, don't have to. There it is. Look at that. The Cozy Quill of Willowmere. A cozy fantasy novel. The Willowmere Bookshop by Elwyn Breyer. Books, tea, stories, magic. Now that would be your thumbnail, which would stand out in this niche. Very similar to that. As you can see, the sort of style that they are. And that was created using that prompt. I think that looks absolutely fantastic. I might actually write that book now, because I also have my other tool which helps me write my Claude AI books as well. And again, that's a 2-prompt framework, which is in another video around here, as I say, on my channel. Anyway, this video's gone longer than I thought. I hope you enjoy that. Any comments, any questions, drop them below the video. Hopefully, what you'd like to do as well, learn more about how I do my processes, and you'd like to subscribe to the channel as well. So give us a thumbs up, give us a surprise. Make sure you click that bell as well, so you get notified when the next video comes out. But this week, I'm going to be walking through some more of this step-by-step stuff for you as well. And we'll start looking at some of these other aspects. We start looking at not just the Pinterest pins, we look at some of the promo graphics and things like that as well for you. But again, drop your comments below if you want to see anything, if you want to learn more about the prompts that I use and how I'm using AI, and then I'll obviously share that as well. If you want to learn more about the ghostwriting stuff I do, again, drop your comments and I'll help you with that as well. I've been Phil. It's a Sunday evening. I'm going to have a beer. I'm going to chill. So have a great day, whatever you're doing. Bye for now.